Good morning, students. Let us start with the chapter number 2, Biological Classification. In this chapter, we are going to study about the five kingdom classification of all the organisms by Robert H. Whittaker, and we will study the kingdoms separately also: Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Plantae, Kingdom Animalia, viruses, viroids, and lichens. Since the dawn of civilization, there have been many attempts to classify living organisms. It was done instinctively, not using criteria. हमने देखा है कि पहले से अर्ली टाइम से ही क्लासिफिकेशन करने की मेथड्स यूज़ की गई हैं, पर पहले कोई फिक्स क्राइटेरिया यूज़ नहीं किया जाता था. हर कोई अपने यूज़ के हिसाब से उसे डिवाइड करते थे. पहले फूड, शेल्टर, क्लोथिंग के यूज़ के अकॉर्डिंग एनिमल्स को क्लासीफाई किया गया था. Aristotle was the first to classify the organisms on a scientific basis. He used very simple morphological characters to classify plants into three groups: tree, shrub, and herb, and animals into two groups: those which have red blood and those who did not have red blood. After that, Linnaeus divided all the organisms into two kingdoms: plants and animals, including those who can synthesize their own food in the plant kingdom and those who depend on others for their food in the animal kingdom. But this system did not distinguish between eukaryotes and prokaryotes, unicellular and multicellular, photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organisms, because they included fungi into plants. Classification of organisms into plants and animals were easily understood, but a large number of organisms did not fall into either category, nor in plants, neither in animals. Hence, it was not used for the long time. Besides this gross morphology, a need was also felt to include some other characteristics like cell structure, nature of wall, mode of nutrition, habitat, method of reproduction, evolutionary relationships, etc. Classification systems for the living organism have hence undergone several changes over the time. Though plant and animal kingdom have been constant अंडर ऑल डिफरेंट सिस्टम्स, जितने भी सिस्टम आए उसमें ये दो किंगडम तो हमेशा इंक्लूड किए गए. ये सारे सिस्टम डिस्कार्ड होने के बाद जो फाइनली एक्सेप्टेड सिस्टम था क्लासिफिकेशन का, इट वाज फाइव किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन गिवन बाय रॉबर्ट एच विटेकर. He proposed five kingdom classification in 1969. The kingdoms defined by him were Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. The main criteria for classification used by him included all the features which were discussed before: cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, and phylogenetic relationships. We can compare the characteristics of all kingdoms in the given table below. The three-domain system has also been proposed that divides the kingdom Monera into two domains, leaving the remaining eukaryotic genome in a one domain, thereby six kingdom classification. Let us look at the five kingdom classification to understand the issues and consideration that influence the classification system. First characteristic used by Robert H. Whittaker was cell type. Only Monera include prokaryote, rest all four kingdom include eukaryotes. Next basis was cell wall. Monera consists non-cellulosic. Protista. In Protista, cell wall is present in some and not in others. Fungal cell wall made up of chitin. Plant cell wall of cellulose, and animals lack cell wall. Next was nuclear membrane. Only Moneran were prokaryotic, so they didn't possess cell nuclear membrane. Rest all contain nuclear membrane. Body organization: in Monera it is cellular, in Protista it is cellular, but in fungi and other they are multicellular with different level. Mode of nutrition: in Monera is autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Protista autotrophic and heterotrophic. Fungi only heterotrophic. plants autotrophic and animals heterotrophic. Earlier classification included bacteria, blue-green algae, fungi, mosses, fern, gymnosperm, angiosperm under plants. The character that unified this whole kingdom was that all organisms include cell wall. This placed together groups which are widely differed in other characteristics. It brought together the eukaryotic organisms with the prokaryotic bacteria, also with the different kind of mode of nutritions. It also grouped together unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. For example, Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra were placed together under algae. It also not differentiated between heterotrophic fungi and autotrophic green plants. It also grouped together the organisms with different wall composition. For example, fungi consist of chitin while plants consist of cellulose. When such characteristics were considered, the fungi were placed in a separate kingdom called kingdom fungi. All prokaryotic organisms were grouped under kingdom Monera and unicellular eukaryotic organisms under kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista has brought together Chlamydomonas, Chlorella and Paramecium and amoeba in the kingdom animal which lack cell wall. It has put together organisms which in earlier classification were placed in the different kingdoms. This happened because of the criteria of classification changed. This kind of changes will take place in future too, depending on the improvement in our understanding of character and evolutionary relationships. Over time, an attempt has been made to evolve classification system which reflects not only morphological, physiological and reproductive similarities but also their phylogenetic, that is based on evolutionary relationships. In this chapter we will study the characteristics of kingdom Monera, Protista and fungi. The kingdom plants and animals are covered in the separate chapter number 3 and 4. Kingdom Monera. Bacteria are the sole members of kingdom Monera. They are most abundant microorganisms. Bacteria occur almost everywhere. Hundreds of bacteria are present in a handful of soil. They also live in extreme habitats such as hot springs, desert, snow, and deep ocean, where very few other life forms can survive. Many of them live in or other organism as a parasite. Bacteria are grouped under 4 categories based on their shape: the spherical coccus, the rod-shaped bacillus, the comma-shaped vibrio, and the spiral-shaped spirillum. They can be found in single or in a chain or in form of groups, that is cluster. Though the bacterial structure is very simple, they are very complex in behavior. Compared to many other organisms, bacteria as a group show most extensive metabolic diversity. For example, some of them are autotrophic. They synthesize their own food from inorganic substrates. They may be photosynthetic autotrophic or chemosynthetic autotrophic. The vast majority of bacteria are heterotrophs, that is, they depend on the other organisms or on dead organic matter for food. First in kingdom Monera is Archaebacteria. These bacteria are special since they live in some of the most harsh habitats, that is extreme salty areas, hot springs and marshy areas. Those who live in salty areas are halophiles, in hot springs thermoacidophiles, and in marshy areas are called methanogens. Archaebacteria differ from bacteria in many ways in their cell wall structure and the features which are responsible for their survival in such extreme conditions. Methanogens are present in the gut of several ruminant animals such as cows and buffaloes, and they are responsible for the production of methane biogas from dung of such animals. The dung consists of methanogens that help in producing biogas. The next in kingdom Monera is Eubacteria. There are thousands of different eubacteria or true bacteria. They are characterized by the presence of rigid cell wall. and if they are motile, they possess flagella. The cyanobacterium, referred to as blue-green algae, have chlorophyll A similar to the green plants and are photosynthetic autotrophs. The cyanobacteria are unicellular, colonial or filamentous, freshwater and marine or terrestrial algae. The colonies are generally surrounded by a gelatinous sheath. They often form blooms in polluted water bodies. Blooms means चद्दर की तरह बिछ जाते हैं, ऊपर spread हो जाते हैं. Some of these organisms can fix atmospheric nitrogen in special cells called heterocysts. Example, nostoc and anabina. Let us see in the diagram how the chain-like structure nostoc consists of special cells, heterocyst in between, and a mucilaginous sheath present all over the filament. Chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria oxidize various inorganic substances such as nitrates, nitrites, and ammonia and use the released energy for their ATP production. We know that cells use ATP as their energy currency. They play a great role in recycling the nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, and sulfur. Next is heterotrophic bacteria. They are most abundant in nature. The majority of them are important decomposers. Many of them have a significant impact on human affairs, such as they are helpful in making curd from milk, production of antibiotics, fixing nitrogen in legume, roots, etc. Some are pathogen causing damage to human beings, crops, farm animals, and pets. Some of the diseases caused by bacteria are chlorella, typhoid, tetanus, citrus canker are well-known diseases caused by different bacteria. Bacteria reproduce mainly by fission, as seen in this diagram. This shows a dividing bacterial cell. The green colored layer is cell wall, inside it is a cell membrane and the DNA present in both the cells. Sometimes under unfavorable conditions they produce the spores. They are also reproduced by a sort of sexual reproduction by adopting a primitive type of DNA transfer from one bacterium to the other. The mycoplasma are organisms that completely lack a cell wall. They are the smallest living organisms known and can survive without oxygen. Some of the mycoplasmas are pathogens for animals and plants also. In the next lecture, we will study next kingdom, Protista.